What's up, guys?
I don't know if that's opposed to have a little handheld vacuum.
Alright, that might work too.
Utility room. Let me just go
Okay, what's up, everybody? How's it going? We are live here, doing stuff. It's going on. We got it going on. We like to say it's going on. Alright, let's refresh the chat. Debbie's here. Hey, Debbie. Hopefully Debbie's here. Just restart the video. Hey, Carrie. I had to restart the video because it was a little effed up. It's a little effed up there, man. It was a little bit effed up. But I restarted it. How's it going? How's it going, guys? Hey, Debbie. What's going on? That'll work perfectly. Great. God, yeah, that'll work perfectly.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. You. So, how's it going, everybody? Say hello to me. Hi. I figured we'd do another sesh. Right? Before you see me in California next time. It's your last chance to... Hey, dropping. This would be the last time for you... Yes, I am at my parents' house. For you to see me in Florida. Most likely, unless I go live at the airport. So, I thought, we'd do a show, maybe do a dab session. You guys could say hi. I could say hi. We could get high. What do you think? Cool? We good? Thanks, J-Man. Fargo. Oh, really? It's supposed to be like cold there all the time, I thought. That's crazy. Hey, Blue Dream, how's it going? Here for a dab session. I had a friend come over, Shannon, and then my friend Bill came over, and Shannon and I dabbed. Right after that last video, she came over, and, she was like here like 15 minutes after the show ended. So I didn't go live. But her and I spent a lot of time together, catching up, and then my buddy Bill and Damien came in, we all hung out. It was cool. Loaded. Okay, Emma. Emma's right there. Okay, let's do it. Have you guys, and Emma, have you shared this video on Facebook for me? You guys got to share the video, man. I can't dab until you all share it and drop me a digit. 3s, 5s, and 7s, please. Thank you very much. 3s, 5s, and 7s for me, please. I'd like to see one. You guys hook me up? Hook me up with a dabby dab? It's going good, man. My mom was watching Ellen, and I can take Ellen on the Ellen show. What I can't take is when she's doing the stupid game show and they're throwing pies in each other's faces. I freaking hate that. I hate that. and they're dunking people in goo and stuff. So she said she hated it too. She shut it off. So you guys, okay, Emma, it's a number. It'd be a number 3, honey. Give me a number 3, please. All you got to do is drop a 3. That's it. Just say number 3. Just type 3 and hit enter. Just hit 3 and hit. Just type 3 and hit enter. No. Okay, thank you, Jay. There you go. Now you got it. There we go. Now you figured it out. J-Man figured it out, man. Thank you, buddy. Cheers, guys. She works on a lot of home repair. She watches a lot of home repair shows. They're great, actually. Hey, Dima. I don't know. It's just really good. Where you can get the rig, Dabbers. I think it's dabbersinc.com maybe. The finest of hashes. The finest of hashes. Hey Adam, what's up, buddy? It's rosin whipped. It's not rosin. No, it's BHO. It's really freaking good. I don't give a shit what it is, anymore. I'm at that point. I'm not trying to act like I'm special or fancy. I just love cannabis, man. And I've figured this out now. It took me a while. What time are we looking at here? 6:45. Okay, cool. We're going to do a 7:10 show. We'll talk a little bit about the crypto. You guys want to talk about that a little bit? The Bitcoin is down really low. But it's, it's a place where if people want to buy it, man, get it, grab it. Now's the time. If you've been waiting, Cardano and Polygon and Ethereum actually is doing really good. Doge is at 48 cents. So my overall, even though the market looks horrible right now, my overall is I'm still almost 6% above my initial investment. It's been dropping and dropping and dropping. But as Bitcoin drops, it really hurts. So hopefully Bitcoin will come back. So let's get some of those Bitcoins purchased. What do y'all say? What do y'all say, y'all? Yeah, I know. What's up with that, right? These look him when I'm with him. Which should be soon enough. I wonder too. There's my bees. Waiting for his daddy. There's my bees right there. Oh! My phone's being a bitch. It thinks it knows when I'm watching it when I'm not, and it turns itself off. It's so stupid. I don't know what the hell's up with that. Yeah, Dima, if you could just type in number 5 and share this. If you guys could share the video and then just put the number 5 in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. If any of you guys would just share this video and put a 3 after you share it in a large group. Oh man, what? Look at all these digits. J-Man, Emma, thank you Emma, thank you Dima, thank you Diceman. Okay, cool. Let's do this one for Emma. Cheers. Good. I hope that means you shared it. Cheers, guys. Man, the AC just came on in here. That is nice. It only doesn't look good to you, Blue Dream, because you don't know what you're looking at. It looks fine to people like me who are holding Bitcoin. You're in North Miami Beach? Yeah, I'm afraid you're a little bit far away from me. I'm up in Orlando. Bitcoin will come right back. Twice as strong. And you'll eat those words, Blue Dream. You will eat those words. Watch. And everybody that bought in right now is going to be loving it. Sippy Goldstein, why would I visit warehouses? Why would I visit warehouses? What kind of question is that? You guys, I love that you guys are talking to me. I really do. I love that you guys are asking me questions. Thank you. I love it. I don't mind answering these questions at all. Oh, are you visiting the warehouse? Mom, someone just said to me on my live stream, oh, are you visiting the warehouses? My mom laughed, bro. If my mom was at the warehouses, I would visit them. I don't have warehouses that mine Bitcoin. What do you just make stuff up in your head? Sippy, do you just make stuff up in your head, buddy? You just make things up? I don't have warehouses that mine Bitcoin. This is just getting so hilarious. Holding Bitcoin. No, Dima, you don't sell it. You hold on to it, Dima. You don't sell it. What do you think, you're a trader, Dima? If you were, you wouldn't be saying what you just said in my live stream. To stage an illegal grow? Yeah, whatever, Sippy. Welcome to my block list. You're an idiot. Bye. Yeah, like we really need to put cannabis inside our warehouses. We're fine with just people's junk. Thank you very much. What's a Bitcoin mining warehouse? It's a warehouse where people set up a lot of computer hard drives that complete transactions of people purchasing Bitcoin. And every time your computer helps complete one of those transactions, you get a little bit of Bitcoin in return for it. So people program computers to just do that all day, nonstop. And it burns up a lot of energy and it takes up a lot of heat. But nowhere near as much as banking, regular old banking, where people are driving back and forth to a freaking bank using their cars. You bought 200 Bitcoin, sold, and living large. So a warehouse is a group of huge power computers solving equations. Yeah, Bitcoin mining warehouses. I don't have one. I got storage warehouses. Yeah, Dima, I'm blocking you too. You're a freaking argumentative idiot too. Get out of here, dude. I'm here to hang out with my friends, not talk to a bunch of cuck bitches like you. Storage is 147, buying 200 at 140. Okay, right on, buddy. It's gonna go up. I was riding that thing at like 250 or something. I don't know where it went. It was way up. I was like, woohoo, Shane, what's up, buddy? Hey man, how much energy does a bank use that's got an air conditioning running and it, lights and computers and employing a whole bunch of people sitting in there using the sink and the hot water and the toilet, keeping the lights on. How much energy does one bank use? And how many banks are out there? Don't give me that bullshit, Adam. That uses a lot of energy. You sound like you're reading an Elon Musk tweet, bro. Listen, Adam, don't drink the Muskade. Trust me, don't drink the Muskade, bro. You're falling for it hook, line, and sinker. You know, if people want to try to say that the mining of cryptocurrency is a tax on our energy resources here in the United States, then why don't you listen to Graham Elwood, okay? Are you listening to Graham Elwood? Because if your buildings, rockets use a lot of energy. Oh, I thought you were saying crypto uses a lot of energy. I thought you were being argumentative with me too. She called him shit-lip troll. What I'm trying to say is, you want to end energy. My bad, Adam. My bad. I apologize, brother. Listen, you want to end energy consumption en masse. Peel back the United States war machine. Because that's the biggest user. That's where I learned that from Graham Elwood. That's why I'm telling you guys to go watch Graham Elwood. Graham Elwood on YouTube. Graham Elwood. You all should be watching Graham, Graham. You all should be following him on Twitter too, at Graham Elwood, at Graham_Elwood or Graham Elwood. Graham Elwood. No, it's one word. Graham Elwood. On Twitter, at Twitter. You should all be following him. You know why? Because I was just watching his show, and he was literally just saying how don't be like Elon Musk, and don't be an idiot. Don't listen to morons like him that are saying that Bitcoin and crypto mining is using up all the Earth's resources. If you're saying that, then you are an Elon Musk follower, and you're basically in a cult. You're being lied to. United States military uses way more energy, pollutes way more. They produce way more CO2. Those jets they fly around, helicopters, tanks, transports, putting their soldiers in giant jet planes and flying them from one continent to another, feeding them all, you know, doing war stuff, blowing stuff up. Man, you guys are blind. If you're listening to Elon, I've been telling you this for years, you're an idiot. If you listen to Elon Musk, you're an idiot. You know, if you listen to him just to laugh at him, good. You should. That should be the only reason you listen to him, is just to laugh at him and see what power can do to a person. What money and power can do to a person. How it can turn you into something rotten and stinky and stenchful and disgusting and decaying and vulgar. Elon's a huge... Yeah, you know, he talks about his electric cars saving energy. Check this out. How do they charge those electric cars? Coal-fired plants. Funny, huh? Watch Graham Elwood. Watch Graham Elwood. Watch Graham Elwood. Let him know that I sent you. In fact, send him this video and let him know I was promoting him on my show in beautiful sunny Florida on location. Let Graham Elwood know I was in beautiful sunny Florida promoting him on location. Let him know. Send it over to him. Email it to him. Email him this video right at this time. Graham Elwood. Graham Elwood on at Twitter. At Graham Elwood. At Graham Elwood. It's GrahamElwood on Twitter. Follow him. He talks about all this stuff, man. He'll clear it all up for you. He just did this interview with this comedian. She's Asian. She's really funny, and she knows a lot about crypto. And they do this hour-long video, man. And you guys need to watch it, and you guys need to listen. You know, since there's only 15 people, I don't mind trying to pull it up. We've got bandwidth now, you know. I've actually got bandwidth here, so I might as well just try to pull it up. See if my processor can handle it. Rosie Tran. Oh, that is so not her. That is so funny. Whoa. That is really, really weird. Huh.
So, like, some of these people understand this, and it's so. Again, that was just, and there's.
I'm going to put earphones in so I can listen along with you guys.
But
Tell me if you can hear.
First of all,
What for those of you who have not been paying attention, so in the last 24 hours, the cryptocurrencies have dramatically dropped. And here's what the main cause of it, we're going to get into this in a second, is so right here behind me, Elon Musk.
Our favorite richest man on earth.
Our favorite richest man on earth says Tesla will stop accepting Bitcoin for car purchases, citing environmental concerns. And he said this yesterday. Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin out of concern over rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining, according to a tweet. He tweeted this out. And then this, of course, and I get this stuff from CNBC because this is the corporate media, which gets a lot of funding from the central banks, which is threatened by Bitcoin. Why everyone from Elon Musk to Janet Yellen is worried about Bitcoin's energy usage. Oh, really? Janet Yellen gives a shit about the environment? That's
Janet Yellen, the former Fed chair.
Yes. Who got $1.7 million in speaking fees before she became the Secretary of Treasury. The cryptocurrency uses more energy than entire countries such as Sweden and Malaysia, according to researchers. Oh, Christ. But
can I debunk this, please, Graham?
This, okay, and I'm going to show some other clips and some other, but so this is. I remember when I had you on my show over the summer, somebody asked in a chat, it's a legitimate concern. Oh, wow, Bitcoin mining uses a lot of energy. But then this hysteria is, first of all, so unfounded in so many ways, because it's like washing machines worldwide use a lot of energy. And some people who use washing machines are criminals. So should we then outlaw washing machines? Also, so there's that response, which is just, it's hysterical. And look,
Crazy.
The powers that be know how to manipulate people. So, and they want to get people who care about the environment. I care about the environment, and they want us to go, and so just just get rid of Bitcoin, which is just don't use it because it's bad for the environment, which is a preposterous thing. If that's the case, then let's shut this show down right now. Get rid of our cell phones and our iPads and everything else, and shut down the internet. The internet uses a lot of energy. I mean, so let's shut it all down if that's the logic. Or I don't know, maybe find, let me see if I can bring this up. Maybe find hold on. So then there's these, let me bring this back.
So Graham, do you know about the recycling scandal that corporations have been doing for years? There was a campaign that was actually put out by the plastics company saying that the Native American crying. Have you seen that commercial?
No.
So there is a commercial that was really big in the 90s. It was a PSA that was funded by the plastics industry. And they have a Native American crying because of all the plastics pollution. And it was funded by the plastics industry because they were trying to shift the blame from the plastic manufacturers to individuals, saying that the reason that the earth is suffering is because individuals are not recycling enough. It has nothing to do with the plastics industry booming and increasing. And this is actually exactly what's happened. When you regulate electricity, Graham, you want to regulate it at the source, so the coal plants. By this logic that Bitcoin is bad for the environment, you could actually say that Tesla's electric cars are bad for the environment because a Tesla electric car can use electricity from a coal power plant.
Yes.
Right. So this is shifting blame away from the government and shifting blame and trying to put it on the individual, saying that Bitcoin miners are causing all this electricity consumption. That's the issue. Instead of looking at the fact that we still have coal power plants, we still have all of this dirty energy going on. So that is a huge again, like I said, you could say, a Nissan Leaf is bad for the environment if you're using this logic.
Absolutely. And you can look, because it's not, and look, who's the number one polluter in the environment? The United States military. So wow, let's get rid of Bitcoin rather than cut the American empire's crazy military budget, which outspends the next 10 countries combined. Let's not talk about that. Again, this is distracting.
Exactly.
You're
and nobody talks about the petrodollar. Nobody talks about the fact that our dollar is based on petroleum trading. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. If you want to talk about dirty money, this is the same argument they use when they say, well, Bitcoin is used by criminals, and there's never been a drop of cocaine on a dollar bill. So,
oh my God. The number one criminal currency is the US dollar. I mean, that's like, well, we could go on and on with this. And I'm so glad you brought this up because it is so clearly a distraction. It's a distraction from the fossil fuel industry, which again, if you charge your electric car and the energy comes from a coal powered plant, it's still
your
a dirty
car. Dirty. Exactly. So this is just pointing the blame away from the corporations, away from the government, and saying, hey, you, Graham, individually, because you're mining Bitcoin, you're the problem. And here's the thing people don't talk about. Bitcoin is actually cleaner than a lot of other money because of the fact that you can mine anywhere. So if you decide, you're done with the US government and you want to move to the Cayman Islands or something, or you want to move somewhere and you set up a Bitcoin miner, it is going to find the cheapest, most efficient energy around. So if you have a solar panel or a wind turbine outside your house, it's going to go for that energy. And a lot of times that energy goes into waste because solar energy and wind energy can't travel long distances. So Bitcoin actually moves towards more renewable energies, which is something last time I was on your podcast I didn't know about. And I've done a lot more research because I heard this question so much, people saying it's dirty, it's dirty, it's dirty. When you do research about how dirty, physically dirty for the environment, the actual legacy banking system is, it will blow your mind.
Of course. And that's what the heart of all this. I mean, we know that the central banks and the ruling elites are threatened by Bitcoin.
Of course.
Because look, you can become independently wealthy. I can become independently wealthy with Bitcoin or crypto in general, but Bitcoin specifically, without exploiting people.
It is a freedom money. You're not, someone once said, I forgot who it was recently, but the quote blew my mind. They said, do you know why the Afghanistan war hasn't ended yet? Because no one has had to pay the bill. They just keep printing more money to fund this war. Back in the day, in the 1700s and the 1600s, when money was sound money and it was backed by gold, they would just run out of money. They would run out of money and people would get tired and hungry and soldiers wouldn't have enough provisions and the war would end. How long has the war in Afghanistan been, Graham? I'm not sure I even remember. 20 years now?
It'll be 20. October will be the 20-year anniversary, which is and people who are just okay with that, I'm like, that would be like we were still fighting the Japanese in 1961, 20 years after
crazy.
Pearl Harbor.
And the reason it keeps going is because they keep paying for it with printed money. They kick the can down the road. Bitcoin has not funded any wars, any blood money. It's people's money created for the people, by the people. The decentralized network means that no one government entity or central bank can control it. And the bankers are really scared, Graham.
Yeah, and they're scared. And the other thing that drives me nuts is they don't even like I saw Bill Maher's stupid thing and I made fun of that old idiot.
He was horrible. Misinformation.
So
Hashtag misinformation.
He was doing this thing like Dogecoin, Bitcoin, it's all hooey. It's like saying, there's, when the internet started going, there's websites that scam you out of money. Then there's this Amazon thing. They're all a bunch of malarkey. Like he's an idiot. And then he's such an idiot that here's what I did before our interview today. I just went online. I went to ecosia.org, which is a non-for-profit search engine. Don't use the CIA Google. And I just typed in, this is the most basic search you could do, Rosie. I typed in green energy mining for Bitcoin, and I see this. First ever green Bitcoin is about to be minted. This is 2 months ago. Is the new mining pool the answer to Bitcoin's environmental issues? And I pulled this out of this article in a statement. The pair explained that the mining operation named Terra Pool will consist of both Argo and DMG's hash rate, which uses energy generated predominantly by hydroelectric sources. That's just one article. That's
just one article. You can set up a solar panel outside of your home right now and start mining Bitcoin and using electricity directly from the sun. This nonsense about Bitcoin being bad for the environment, is it perfect? No. But as we become more and more green as a society, granted the giant petroleum companies don't try to squash everything that's happening, we are going to have a completely green financial system, energy system, and this is really scary to the old system that profits off of people suffering, off of the destruction of the environment. It is really, really scary to those people because, Graham, they make a lot of money.
Yes. And they make a lot of money. And then some people are starting to even wake up to it. Jack Dorsey, Square invests $10 million to promote green energy for Bitcoin mining. Like he understands this. So some of these people understand this and it's so, and again, that was just, and there was
a top search.
There was a dozen articles, and I just picked two, just quick copy pasted those on a basic search. So it's it's so ridiculous to me. But I want to get into. So we've obviously, and I wanted to talk about this and bring you on to first of all debunk the Bitcoin is ruining the planet narrative, which is bullshit, and we know why it's bullshit because it threatens anytime the ruling elites are threatened. They have a fantastic propaganda machine in place, and it's for people like Bill Maher, who's paid $10 million a year by big corporate media.
Have you read Myth of the Liberal Media, Graham?
No, but I bet you I know how it ends. I bet you I know the story.
So a lot of people think that the media is liberal, and they say, the media is so liberal. But actually, if you look at the structure of any basic corporate media in America, how are they paid? And they're paid with corporate sponsorship. And so those are big companies. So they're not going to allow you to say something that goes against their interests, or they're going to lose money. So, maybe they'll show a gay pride parade or something like that, people in middle America can handle. But the whole idea that the media is liberal is absolutely a complete myth. And, this happened to me. I was actually sponsored. My podcast was sponsored to do a tour across America by Amtrak. And I actually had a podcast episode where I was critical of the U.S. Military. And one of the sponsors was the U.S. military. And they immediately pulled me quicker than I could, blink. They pulled me off that. They said, I don't want anything critical of the military. And I wasn't even criticizing the military. I just had a guest on there that was talking about how the policy of missing presumed dead is fake, and that the U.S. government has left many soldiers behind in wars and, left them to die. And when they come forward, some of them are even killed. So this wasn't a conspiracy theory. This is a real guy that had this happen to a relative of his. And I was shut out of my Amtrak. I don't know if I can say that on your show, but I was shut off of the tour because the corporate sponsors were not happy with what I had to say.
And that happens. And so they own and control it. They censor everything, and they can control the narrative. And so they control the narrative, and we're obviously us. And they don't realize that the Bitcoin community is a bunch of people who, whatever political leanings they have, a lot of people in Bitcoin, especially people that have been in it for a while. I've only been in it for a year, so people that have been in it way longer than I have are attracted to its decentralization, attracted to its financial revolution, and they smell all this bullshit. But I want to talk about, since there's so many new people that have just gotten into the space, just the sort of average American investor who's hey, I hear about this Bitcoin thing, and all these companies, Goldman Sachs, they're all starting to open up investment to it. You can buy Bitcoin on PayPal and all this other stuff. So they might be hearing this, but clearly I want to specifically talk about Elon Musk, because this notion in that statement, I'm there's such bullshit in that statement. Did really Elon Musk just figure out that there's some environmental issues with Bitcoin? He had no idea when he dropped $15 billion into it?
I don't think so. I think Elon Musk is a very intelligent person, and I think he has a lot of analysts working for him and a lot of the top people in finance and engineering. And I actually think that this may actually be him manipulating the markets to buy more Bitcoin, because he didn't say Tesla is selling their Bitcoin. He didn't say that he was morally against Bitcoin. He just said that they're not accepting payment. So who knows if there's some, there was some tax law or some issue with him accepting Bitcoin for Tesla where he had to pay taxes. We don't know the real reason. He may even be scared. This happened with JP Morgan Chase. Jamie Dimon went on the news and said Bitcoin was a scam, a fraud, and should not be dealt with. And he had a crypto trading desk being developed as he said this. And he also made one of the largest Bitcoin and crypto purchases a couple weeks after making that statement. And that can be shown because thanks to Bitcoin and crypto being decentralized and they're having the ledgers on the blockchain, one of the large purchases was traced back to a JP Morgan Chase wallet. So we don't know if Elon is being honest or if he's manipulating the market. So maybe he can pick up a couple, 15 million more Bitcoin at a discounted rate. So unfortunately, that's illegal, but Bitcoin and crypto markets aren't regulated like the stock market, and the SEC hasn't really become savvy yet. So he can make these huge moves in the market with Dogecoin, with Bitcoin, and scoop it up all for himself, and there's no consequence.
I think this is exactly what he's doing. That statement that he has no idea it's so blatant market manipulation. It went down to 46,000, which
from a high of 60.
From a high of 60, and people were saying they were like, I doubt it's going to ever go below 47,000 again. So he manipulates this market. It's currently back up to about 50. So everybody's buying the dip again. And I have no doubt that he is doing this. And then he's going to come out with some, get the Tesla mining, solar panel Tesla mining gear. Or so
exactly. He's in the world of electricity, right? Yes. This is what he does. His company is named after the second most famous electrical, inventor in the entire world. Elon knows about electricity, and I don't think that he's dumb. I think he's very, very savvy and very smart. And
they sell solar panels.
Exactly.
like it's just preposterous to me. There's no way this isn't a manipulation for him to then swoop in and go, Elon saved the day again.
Elon is saving Bitcoin mining with the Tesla solar panels, only $30,000.
Yes. He's going to have, he's going to have for sale a Bitcoin mining solar panel kit that you can buy for your whatever, and it's going to cost you 10 or 20 grand or whatever he's going to sell it for. He's already, there's no way this isn't a manipulation. And he just scooped up a bunch. I'm sure he bought a bunch of Ethereum right now. I'm sure he bought a bunch of, Litecoin was getting up to near 400 a coin. It's down, they all came down. So I bet you he bought up a bunch of them, and maybe Cardano, whatever.
You're totally right, Graham. I watch, let's mark my words. I want you to have me back on the podcast when he releases his whatever, and I want you to play this clip because I guarantee you that is what's going on. And who I feel bad for is the average American who's trying to get a piece of the pie. This is just like the GameStop thing. The average American just wants to get ahead. They're trying to learn about crypto, invest in Bitcoin, and then something like this happens. And unfortunately, people who are not sophisticated, people who are just dipping their toes in the market may have sold for a loss.
Yeah, and that's a thing. Yeah, don't ever, anybody listening to this show or watching this show, whenever there's a big correction like this,
do not sell.
Don't panic sell. Hold on to it. It's only a loss if you sell it. So exactly, and buy the dip. But yeah, this is the thing that's so detestable about Elon Musk. He just thinks this is a game. It's like when, there's a, people were like, hey man, are you participating in this coup in Bolivia to help get minerals for your batteries for your cars? And he tweets, we'll coup who we want to coup. So this is just fun for him, destroying people's lives and seeing people, see their they woke up yesterday morning or whatever last night and saw their crypto portfolio was down whatever percent, and they were like, holy shit. Like, I watched that show BitBoy Crypto. I don't know the guy personally, but he was like, I'm down $4 million. He goes, you're fucking with people's lives. And because let me be real clear here, Elon Musk does not want BitBoy Crypto or you or I or anybody to become billionaires. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want us to be wealthy and have power, because if, God forbid, if we have power, we might actually do something like, I don't know, end homelessness. Elon Musk could end homelessness and still be a billionaire. So could that bald bag of shit Jeff Bezos. Right? So they fuck them, because they made their billions exploiting people. They made their billions extracting wealth, resources, and labor from the majority of the people on the planet. Bitcoin doesn't do that, and they can't have that.
Yes, and that's why I actually hashtag not financial advice, but I would urge all of your fans and all of your followers to get educated about crypto and Bitcoin, because I don't want to sound snide or sarcastic, but this is only a digitization of the entire monetary system. It's once in a lifetime. This is not going to happen again that we know. This is at least a once in a 50-year thing that's going to happen, if not once in a couple thousand-year thing that's going to happen. They're basically changing the entire monetary system, and it's up to us, the people, to vote on this decentralized system that's for the people and not the central bankers. And if you guys don't know really who is benefiting from this, it's people of color, it's women, it's anyone who's been disenfranchised, because our capital has been systematically stolen from us with inflation. And if you don't understand that, it's a little bit complicated, but what the central bank does is they print basically money whenever they feel like it, and it goes to the top 1%. It doesn't go to you or me, Graham, unfortunately. I wish it did. And so that's how wealth is created out of thin air for the richest people, and the poor and middle class, we get the crumbs.
It's actually happening in real time, because all these trillions of dollars that the federal government has printed out in these last 3 stimulus bills, one under Biden and 2 under Trump.
25% of the monetary supply was printed in the last year and a half.
25%.
And I didn't get that much of it, Graham. I got, I think, $1,000 or $1,600. I got 1,206. I've only gotten 1,800. This next round of 1,200, the IRS told me I'm only getting $600 for whatever reason. And but guess how much the big corporations and the Biden's buddies and Trump's buddies get? They get millions and millions and millions of this money to quote unquote stimulate the economy, and that economy has not been stimulated. We're in a propped up zombie economy right now.
But to your point, and the thing I want to add, all this printing, and they've given regular Americans have gotten stimulus checks, and the cost of goods is starting to go up. So that right there shows you. So if the price of gas is up, and this is I want the audience to understand, this is just a basic rule. This is a basic, study of how inflation works. So that $1,200 check you got the first check we all got last spring, right? That $1,200 check, if you kept it and didn't do anything with it, it's worth less now because the cost of certain goods has gone up, gas has gone up. So that $1,200 is now worth less. And as prices, and because you print all this money and everybody's buying and starting stimulating the economy, which I understand they had to do some of it, but this is insane. So the cost of goods are going to go up, rents are going to go up, right? So like right now, if you want to travel, there's things are opening up. There's no rental cars, so the rental car costs have gone up. So again, that $1,200 doesn't go as far as it used to. Whereas if you put that $1,200 in April of 2020 into Bitcoin, it'd be worth 10 grand or something right now.
Exactly, because crypto and Bitcoin is deflationary, so it holds value. It encourages people to save. It encourages them to invest instead of your money being devalued. And it's not just being devalued, though, Graham. I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but it's actually they're actually stealing your wealth, because what they do is now the taxes are higher. And they didn't have to, do anything or pass any laws in Congress because you're quote unquote being paid more, but the cost of the real value of the money isn't there. So, for example, Graham, back in the day, it cost $50,000 to buy a house in Santa Monica, and maybe people made $10,000 a year. But now it costs $1 million to buy a house in Santa Monica, but people make $50,000 a year. So it's a way for the government to get more money on property tax. It's a way for them to get more money on sales tax without, it's kind of like a trick, like a little trick, so that there's no austerity measures like in Italy. And because that caused a lot of issues and unrest and social unrest in Italy and Greece, the austerity measures. So it's kind of a little trick that the central bank does, but it steals real wealth from the poor and the middle class.
Yeah, and wages have not gone up. The cost of things have gone up. Housing, especially in Southern California, has gone up, but wages haven't gone up. That's why, look, McDonald's workers, I think it's May 19th, they're staging a walkout because they just want $15 an hour. And CEO wages, if employers' wages, if
all right. So if you guys want to see the rest of that, that's on Graham Elwood's channel on YouTube. Graham Elwood, GrahamElwood. You'll watch that video. It's called Full Interview, Rosie Tran on Elon BTC Manipulation. All right, you guys are great. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun. I will see you really soon on the next live broadcast. Make sure you subscribe to all 17 of the channels that I broadcast to. All right? Thanks, guys. See you soon. Thank you. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Yeah, everybody hodl. Hodl onto your crypto, guys. That's what it's there for. Long-term investments. Don't worry about this little thing. Don't worry about that. We're fine. Hodl. Hodl gang. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Buy in right now.